welcome to the D6Damage Curse of Strahd campaign. Guys, why don't you introduce yourselves?
I think I designated myself as D2.
Yes.
Yeah, D2. I'm D12.
Pick a number.
Pick a dice size.
I'm D3.
Well,
Yeah, I believe we already have a D3, but you're D3 plus 1.
I'm D4.
Hey!
I'm D4.
We're at D4 damage. There you go.
Guys, I can do
And
that.
I'm D8. And we're all happy to be here.
okay, so are we...
Alright, so we're going to start off by...
Do we start with one of these?
Yes,
Yes.
you
Okay.
start with a trinket, and you have two choices. What you're going to do is you're going to make your roll, and then you get to pick from either the regular trinket table, which comes with the core rule book, or you get the special spooky trinkets from the Curse of Strahd.
Ooh.
And we'll tell you both, and you can pick whichever one you like better. We're going to be starting with you, good sir.
Okay. I believe that's 8.
In Stanley Parable, they go 8. It's just a big button that says 8.
Do you want to start or do you want me to give it first?
Why don't you give it because you have the book.
Okay, 8 on the the player handbook's trinket chart is a small idol depicting a nightmarish creature that gives you unsettling dreams when you sleep near it.
Your
Man, that
other
sounds great.
option is...
The spookier option.
Your other option is a spinning top carved with 4 faces: happy, sad, wrathful, and dead.
Oh yeah, these
What now?
both
Now,
sound
excuse me.
beautiful.
Dead is my
What
favorite
emotion?
emotion.
Yeah, what emotion? What face is
Okay,
dead?
I'm going to choose to
Hang on,
believe
hang
that
on,
it's
hang
a
on.
skull.
Yeah, I mean, it could be.
Neither of you used the right voice. You hold in your hand
Oh,
a dark, twisted idol.
Nightmarish.
Yeah, nightmarish and imperial, opulent.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with opulent and imperial. I'm gonna go with the
Dr.
idol.
Bad Dream.
The idol?
We go with the
He's got
idol of
bad-
bad
yeah,
dreams.
I'm gonna go with
Now,
the
why
the
did
idol
you
of bad
choose that
dreams
one?
because it was what I rolled.
No,
John?
no, you rolled both. I'm asking.
I know.
I was just wondering your reasoning.
I rolled it.
It
It was a choice. I chose it because it was a choice.
You don't want
You're-
to explain yourself.
You're reading too far into this.
He's like,
I think
top
you should.
idol.
I think the top is more interesting.
Well,
it doesn't
I
have
think
nearly
the
as much
idol's more
story.
interesting.
I would,
but what
I would
does
say
the
the
idol
idol
have-
is more interesting because it literally gives him nightmares. And
Right. And he
Now,
needs to
is
figure
it
out
in the
why.
form of?
Hang
is
on. It's called a nightmare idol. It's a trinket. I haven't been made aware of any other magical properties of this item, but then again,
Now,
we're level 1.
Is it like? Because your guy has a lot of like alcohol stuff in your background. So is it like a bottle with it like cut into it?
like Ramune or something.
Is it like Stone Brewery with the demon head?
Someone used
I don't know.
stone shape and they're like, hey, it's sand. And shaped it all demonic. And it's a bottle full of alcohol.
The point is, it holds bad spirits inside.
Exactly.
That's true. It does.
It's a nightmare.
No. It's like wine that's gone sour. Bad spirits.
Hey! Wow! Well done.
Also known as
D12, what
vinegar.
did you get?
Alright, let's do this.
Apple
I've been rolling like nonstop. Just
Are we
to
gonna-
see what happens?
Are we gonna keep up?
Oh no! I got 39. I wanted 30.
Oh. Well, what's 39?
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I go first. An empty glass vial that smells of perfume when opened.
Weird.
Or you could have a bird cage into which small birds fly, but once inside, they never eat or leave, so they die.
That's fucked up.
Alright, I'm gonna take the bird cage.
Yeah, that sounds.
I like
more
this
interesting.
idea that you're a big bird aficionado, but you could never get any of your like parrots or stuff that you spend all this money on to live,
probably
and you
eat
just
the
don't know
birds.
why.
You're filling in a lot of blanks with these trinkets.
I think we should. That they're part of your background.
Well, it's as much a part of my
Okay,
background as I feel like it should
so
be.
add to your sheet the bird cage of profound sadness.
It's not sadness. It's I'm well documenting, and
It's bird cage of
they
death.
don't eat, but that's okay because I put a thing over them and suffocate them.
Yeah.
and-
It's
The
more
bird cage of dark mercy.
like the bird cage of complacency.
the
bird cage of-
euthanasia.
Oh God, I forgot.
I can't leave.
The bird cage.
All right, so D4.
Yeah, if we could edit this out later, if we really want, you can call me Ryan if you really want to. Here we go.
We'll probably just censor it with the sound of dice rolls.
Yeah, there you go. 71.
Now, that's not a percentile.
No, it is not.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But it's
That's
great
a
that
D20.
he rolled a single digit
Now,
on
how
a
do you-
D20.
Hang on,
It's okay. Let's do it again.
Hold on.
Roll the other one.
Roll
Roll
the
the other
other one.
Please get a 1.
Oh! If only. 75.
A set of bone pipes.
I like that
What?
one.
What?
Like a
Bone pipes.
flute kind of pipe.
Multiple pipes.
What's the other one?
Yeah, it's a
Just hollow
set
balls.
Or you could have a small mirror that shows a much older version of the viewer.
Oh, look, it's a time mirror.
I feel like that.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Well, I see myself here.
Wait, no. You look at the mirror. You see a casket.
I gotta go with the mirror. That's way more interesting.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe my mom had it. She always thought she wasn't as attractive as she thought.
So she
was.
beat her children. Because...
That was Pappy, not Nanny.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right, I'm ready to go here.
She was always like vain and like image obsessed because she never looked as good as she wanted to when she looked in the mirror because she was always 10 years older.
I got
Alright.
80, which is a bronze pentacle with an etching of a rat's head in its center, or
a mummified raven claw.
Wow, we got this bird thing going hard.
I actually like yours better, but it's your call.
Real fast, the
rat's
pentacle.
head?
The pentacle is a star in a circle that points up. The pentagram is the one that points down.
well, theoretically, I can point this wherever the fuck I want.
The eye of the beholder.
So it could be a
Stalagmite,
pentagram with an upside
stalactite.
down.
You know what? I don't want to be in the eye of
Okay,
a holder.
so
Just saying.
yeah,
that's a non-magic
I think the
zone.
position
You'd be
of the
fine.
rat's head is going to determine it, but
Yeah.
it is
So
What
Right
is your
till you
what is the
disintegrate
trinket
the
on
H-Force.
your sheet that you have possible to you that you read?
That was
Yeah,
the
that
pentacle.
that's the pentacle with the rat's head.
Okay, I did not hear you when you were reading it.
I
From yours.
apologize.
No, that's my fault.
I think I'm gonna take the bronze pentacle. I'm really sad. Some of these are really great. I really wanted the glass orb filled with water in which swims a clockwork goldfish.
I wanted the spider. Not gonna lie.
The spider that moves when it's not seen.
Yeah.
The worm is the best one on there.
I rolled that earlier.
Yeah, the worm. You'll never sleep again with that thing. Just knowing it exists.
I can't wait to creep some kids out with my mirror.
Like, hey kid, want to see your future?
So I
God,
have
you do it right
a
and
raven's
they're-
claw.
They're gone.
Oh
dude.
no, I'm a carpenter.
I imagine my bottle of bad spirits is just like a bottle of like peppermint vodka. Just
And that's why you don't drink it.
just something disgusting.
Yeah.
Like the novelty bacon vodka?
It changes flavors every time you sip from it.
Now,
I can't get used to it.
can we? Yeah. Can we change it so that you get bad dreams when you drink it before bed, or just you always have it in your pack and you just always have bad dreams?
Yeah, he just hasn't hasn't gotten to it yet because it's like the bottom of the bag, so he doesn't intends to drink it, but he buys more alcohol before he can get to the bottom of the bag.
Oh, yeah.
So he just always has it, and he doesn't.
It's a really
he hasn't
nice
figured it
bottle.
out.
Right.
It's nice to look at.
Do we want to?
Let's go on a shelf.
Describe our characters, or do we want?
Yeah.
what do we want to do?
So we're going to begin by. Well, we began by rolling, but now we're going to introduce our characters.
Do we want to do that in the game or before the game?
Let's do it before. We're already here.
Let's do it before the game.
We're already here.
Okay, so you looked at me when you said let's introduce our characters. My character's name is Joffrey Ridgewell Mortimer Piddleton. I believe I am from Waterdeep.
Yeah.
But I am a servant of Torm. I have a set of chainmail under cleric's vestments, though it should be the distinction should be made that I'm not a cleric. I'm really more of a friar. It's the one time I'm going to get to use that joke. Thanks, Sean. And I am a happy-go-lucky drunk, and that's probably a good summation of my character.
Alright, so I am a relatively upbeat and happy half-orc. I got quick fingers, and I happen to have a fascination with the color crimson. So if I'm not wearing at least one article of it, I'm wearing it in face paint.
All right.
What's your name?
Pin.
I am a human paladin named Marcus Antel. I'm kind of a bumpkin. I'm not a bum, but a bumpkin, sort of a simple folk with dreams of being a great hero. But before I get there, I gotta get some money. So I left.
Heroing's expensive.
Exactly. Trying to get to that point costs a lot of money. So I left my family's farm in Red Lark in the Desperate Valley, and I'm trying to make it big for myself with me and my muscles.
I'm Elimdiah Tall Hat Schumann. That's spelled S-H-U with the two
Umlaut.
dots, the umlaut. Thank you. Over at E-M-O-N. I am a gnome wizard. Well, really, I'm a gnome cobbler. I make shoes. I happen to be a wizard to help make shoes. That's all. I'm kind of a curmudgeony guy who really hates people who don't think he's the best. But I own a mule named Henry in my cart, and I've been thrown out of Luskins because of my second cousin, Crystal Peepus, who has raised some concerns about my legitimate business in the graveyard, and because of that, I've been forced to flee, leaving behind a 6th-generation gnomish shoemaking company. I will get back there someday.
One day you'll reclaim your birthright.
Yeah.
So is cobbler like a subsect of wizard? Like it's a
Yeah, it's a shoe wizard.
Okay. Like an archetype.
Either
Yeah.
that, or
It's
it's
a
a
subclass.
baking wizard who specializes in making cobbler.
A baking.
Why not both?
Yeah, you could also do that.
What about shoe cobblers?
I was just about to say.
Instead of a crust, a bread crust, you just put a shoe in there.
I like it.
You just shove peaches in there and bake them.
All right.
Millions of
So, let us begin. As you may have surmised, our adventure begins, but does not majorly happen, in the Forgotten Realms of Faerun. The party has signed on as bodyguards / associates to a gentleman named Dover Redmond, who wants them to escort him from Helmshold to a hunting company which he owns in the Neverwinter Wood. They are camped at Camp Grimwater. So, you meet Dover at the city gates. Yes.
To be clear, we were all hired individually.
Yes, you were all hired individually.
Okay.
Because he finds that he has use for your various skills.
He didn't have the facilities for a mass hire.
No. Alright, so you meet Mr. Redmond at the city gates. It's one of those gray days that looks like it's going to rain and you can smell it in the air, but it's just not showing up. So Dover is at the reins of his cart. He has a lovely, one of those kind of yellowish spotted mares. You know, a nice, very pleasant-looking country horse.
Whoa, Henry.
Ah, hello, adventurers!
Down, boy.
Good to see you this morning.
It is good to finally meet you, Mr. Redmond.
Ah, you as well.
You called for my specialties?
Ah, yes. Elimdiah Schumann. I'm interested in your opinion on what can be accomplished with the leather that my hunting party can acquire in the Neverwinter Wood.
I forgot to mention I have a huge gray beard.
They say you're the best in the business.
I am! Would you like to see my qualifications? And I pull out my letter of introduction.
He looks at the letter. You are by far the most qualified
6
gnome.
generations of Schumann have been cobblers.
6 generations.
And gnomes live a long time.
That is indeed.
What, like 40
True.
years?
Sure.
I thought we were
Bit
called
longer
here to
than
kill
that.
some things, not get hired by some bureaucracy, whatever that means.
Well, you see, my
Well-
good man, we're venturing out into the wilderness, and occasionally you find wild things in the wilderness.
Well, indeed. There have been rumors of Ashmedai cultists in Neverwinter Wood. I was very eager to have a holy man such as yourself by my side. No telling what cultists might be calling up out there. Might be devils of some kind. Can't have that.
Well, I'll do my best. We'll see what happens when we get out there, but you have to understand that some of us might be a little green around the edges. You know what I mean? Can't promise anything, but we'll do as we're paid.
The Temple of Torm sends its regards.
And Mr. Pin.
Right.
I was told that I could not possibly dispense with your services, but they were very vague on what your services actually are.
That's good. What, you have another question?
I suppose not.
That's what I thought.
All right. Let us go.
Where are we going again?
We are going to Grimwater Camp in the Neverwinter Woods.
Right, and I see you to pay.
Exactly.
Right.
You'll be paid when we arrive at the city of Neverwinter.
How far is that?
That should just be a few days on the road. 3 at the most.
I don't like 3 days. Can we make it 4?
Well, it depends on the weather. Seems like rain.
4 days with you, chuckleheads, huh?
Right.
Okay, so the
You're rude.
He's scrawny.
You're small.
That's true, I am.
You're real big.
And I'm sober.
We need to fix all of these problems.
so
and I'll quietly fill a. He's a career drinker, so there's not. So I have a little tankard on my belt. So I have the backpack investments, a shield, and a club with metal studs in it. But on my belt I have a drinking horn that I can uncap and empty into a little beaten tin, like a little cup, a tankard. Not quite as tiny. It's not opulent, but
An imperial.
But when we're starting talking like, hey, scrawny. And I'm just like, and I'm far too sober for this. Just, and I start my weekend. So quick question: how are we traveling? Are we just hoofing it? Are we getting the cart?
You're
I have a
walking
cart.
next to the cart, and it's basically his cart and Redmond's cart are kind of the things that you guys are walking along.
So
one
we've
of
made
those
a little bit of a
leisurely-
convoy.
Yes, you're convoying this. Another thing, which
caravan, as they call
could
it.
you write down your passive perception score and your character's name?
Passive perception.
Is it the perception total?
goes
It's
there.
10 plus your
Perception
perception
modifier? Okay.
plus your proficiency if you are in fact proficient in perception.
Oh. Well, I got a big perception passive. Passive perception.
Oh.
Brother Joffrey.
Joffrey has a what?
Should be 12.
A 12. All right.
Oof.
Wait. No, never mind.
Are you proficient?
Yes.
Oh, proficiente?
But you
Which
don't
means
have
my
any.
wisdom plus my
Do
proficiency.
you have any points in it?
Yes.
No, what do you mean points?
If you
Whatever this is. Do you have any natural skill points?
wait.
No, there are no skill
That's not how
points.
it works.
You mean ability score?
Yes.
That's what you mean.
Well, okay, so then it would be 10 plus this, right?
Yeah. No. Because your perception
If
is
you're-
2 plus 2 equals 4.
Oh,
So it'd just be 14.
okay. So
But only if he has it trained.
it is trained.
No, yeah, he has it.
Then that's why.
So it looks like Pin and Marcus are
Oh, damn it! I
rocking a 4.
wrote mine wrong.
I got it.
I'm a dummy.
Yeah, I don't know why you wrote 12. That's,
Right,
if
it's
the-
that intelligence.
If the
score.
kind
it's the
audience,
intelligence.
yeah,
that is method acting. That's what
Oh
that is.
God, it's the deepest method acting. I've been training my whole life for this.
Elib Dia
Can't
has a wonderful 11. strong 11.
scout
score.
anything when you're 2 foot off the ground.
Well, I'm 3 foot and 4 inches, I believe. Yes, 3 feet and 4 inches off the ground. And my hat is about another 2 feet.
Oh, nice. You got one of those classic wizard hats.
Yeah, it's a classic Gandalf hat. It's
Yeah,
not like a
nice.
classic gnome hat. It's got a whole brim. It
Nice.
just goes out for miles.
Very good.
When you're done with the PHP, I'd like it.
Gnomes are supposed to have 3 names. One of them's supposed to be a nickname, and so my nickname is Tall Hat.
Oh.
I'm Eldia Tall Hat Schumann because I have a tall hat.
Are you going to tell us that in conversation, or are we
No,
supposed
I'm
to
not.
guess?
This is not character voice.
All right, so you proceed along the road for a couple of hours, and I'm gonna have the boys with the highest perception scores roll off.
Okay.
Yeah.
You and me.
You're both rolling d20s. Add nothing.
Add nothing.
17.
Oh,
Well done! Well done!
Okay. So, Pin, what you hear from Redmond's cart is this sort of creaking sound coming from underneath, like cracking wood.
Hey, boss man,
Yes.
why is your cart about to fall apart?
Well, I don't. And as he's talking, he hits a rock, and there's a sort of a sickening crunch, and it seems like something in one of the axles or something is broken.
Hey,
Oh,
boss
for the
man,
love of it.
your cart's broken.
But we can't have that. Can we stop and make some repairs?
I am a wizard. However, no one told me mending would be a spell worth taking.
Yeah, we didn't get hired for this.
I'm afraid I'm not a wizard of that caliber. You'll have to do it with manual labor.
Well, all right. I suppose I could take a look. The Redmonds did get into the business through cot mending, after all.
Well, I
gonna
suppose
go-
then we'd better have a look.
I'm gonna go ahead and mage armor myself.
All right.
I'm gonna take a peep underneath the cart.
It does seem. It seems like it's one of the wheels that was actually kind of damaged by this. It doesn't seem like it's a hard repair. The most difficult part is going to be just kind of lifting the cart up for him so he can work.
This seems like a multiple-person job.
Unfortunately.
Right,
Well, we're
so,
not being paid for nothing.
Well, at least we got this skinny, scrawny guy over here. He looks strong enough.
I could beat
He's got a
your
strength of
ass.
18, dude.
I know.
Okay.
All right. So.
I will add my mage hand to do 10 pounds worth of lifting.
All right. So all those. So all of those who are
like
going
nothing.
to be.
He's doing his weight and work.
I have a strength of 8. I don't think I'm gonna be much help on this.
Well, I suppose in that case we can't complain about him not pulling his own weight.
Right. I think his mage
So
hand
all
does
of
it
those doing lifting, I
Yes.
want you to make a strength roll.
That athletics or is that?
Yeah, we're gonna make that athletics.
Oh, athletics, okay.
Make an athletics.
Here we go.
All right. Good thing I rolled.
Good thing I rolled a dice.
Good thing I obviously helped.
Okay. So
I got a 16.
okay, Pin, what did you get?
I got a 9.
Got a 9.
I got a 22. You see, the secret, my good man, is to lift with your legs, not your back.
Okay, so these two guys are doing the vast majority of the work, and Pin's just he's got one hand under there.
Yeah.
I did 10 pounds worth of work.
This dude's talking shit about me, and then he does none of the work.
No, literally, it's like you guys are all doing all this heavy lifting, and I'm like, all right, let me straighten the wheel out. Right,
Oh, that looks right good.
And Schumann is just waving his arms around, being like, "About to say, Mona Lisa, raise."
Yeah, I'm just... Raise, I say!
So, in your own way, you're working very hard there, little man.
I am.
All
It's
right.
true.
Keep up the good work. Hey, you, cobbler. Cobble.
Is he
That's
actually
me.
helping, or is he just overselling it?
I'm a cobbler.
And what are you?
He's a cart person.
I'm the employer.
Employer. Employ.
Right.
I am employed fixing the cart at the moment.
Employ your tactics on that wheel.
All right, so
I think it's getting heavy for that one there.
I can help with 10 pounds.
Okay, so I'm gonna take a second. While I'm helping to lift the cart, I'm assuming I'm with good form, lifting with the legs,
Yeah.
both hands close
Quality.
to the chest. So my face is kind of close to this thing. Can I kind of take a peek inside and see what exactly we're transporting to Neverwinter?
Sure. Very good call.
all right, let's see.
It's all
I'm
stolen
going to
contraband.
ask you for an investigation.
Oh, good. Okay, so without intelligence, without proficiency, this is just a roll.
Yes.
19.
You are knocking it out of the park.
Dude, you're like, I am uber note.
All right, so
Every now and again, my inebriation is ruined by horrible moments of sobriety.
all right, so you look into the cart, and essentially it just looks like he has a lot of empty barrels and boxes and essentially like twine for tying bundles together. It seems like he's going looking for a fairly big pickup whenever he gets to the camp.
I say, my good man, how much product are you expecting to pick up? You seem to be fairly well equipped.
Well, according to the hunters that I hired, they're very proficient.
Did you hire the person who made the cart?
Oh, no. My cousin made the cart.
Cousins.
Well, I suppose if the degree of your preparation is any indication, we should find a bounty in this forest.
Indeed. Not a lot of people like to hunt in Neverwinter Wood.
And by the way, I know I probably make this look easy, but this cart is very heavy. So if you could...
yeah, let me slide a hand to try to help fix it.
Please, and thank you.
A 10.
All right. Okay, so with you working and with Redmond working, you get it done you get it done fairly quickly.
But just like, well, at this point, it was one of those. I tried to help. I was like, I'm in the way.
And you just walk off.
I'm in the way. All right, and I'm just kind of walking around.
I go through my shit.
Wonder what this.
A bag of sand.
Right. So this delay, it costs you about 45 minutes. What with getting every single thing done. So you continue on the road, and it gets to be about lunchtime, and Redmond has you stop and make camp, and he does all the preparations. Solid guy, busts out the mess kit, starts cooking. So, while you're eating, he's making conversation. So, what has brought all of you fine gentlemen to Helmshold?
Well, I for one was stationed, I suppose. I was living in a little abbey. I was a brother there, and then they moved me out to the big city when some problems arose, and they moved me out to the city, and then I was hired by your caravan.
Not too serious of problems, I hope.
No, not at all.
Right. How about you, Mr. Pin?
What about?
Oh, just wondering how you happen to have found yourself in Helmshold.
It's a place just like any other.
That's
make
true.
Money.
That's true. It is like many other places, but not exactly the same.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm in it for the money and to travel far away.
So I assume you've traveled all over?
In the south.
Or
was
yes.
it the east? Well, you know what? It don't matter where I'm from. I'm here now. You're gonna pay me. I'm gonna kill shit for you.
Very true.
I like Mr. Pin's guts when he isn't talking absolute garbage. I can get along with him quite well.
Garbage? Well, alright. I can see that.
Neither of you
Are you still going through my
have many
shit?
friends, do you?
Garbage. There's no time for friends when we must become masters of our art. I say as I'm carving a wooden claw.
What about you, my friend?
Oh, I'm from all over, just like Mr. Pin. I'm, used to be from down south, then I did a little seafaring business, and then...
I see a regular old salty dog there.
Sure, if you want to call me that. Then, I don't know, I just sort of spent a bunch of gold on beer, ale, all that sort. And I decided I wanted more beer and ale, and I wanted some glory in my life. So I decided to become a sellsword.
I never did much business with sailors. They prefer to go barefoot on the ships, and I've never understood it. A good shoe can get you anywhere in life.
Yeah, right off the deck it could.
Well, maybe that's where you wanted to go.
Well, the ship well maintained. The decks are so well scrubbed, it's smooth. There's no splinters. You don't actually need shoes.
Well,
I think everyone
Well,
needs
if
shoes,
it's made
my
from
friend.
the proper wood, then yes. But it's always a question of the proper wood. I am a bit of a wood expert.
Marcus is just...
The great thing about being a wood
Disapproving.
expert is no one ever makes any jokes about it.
I don't even know why they would.
Exactly.
Wait, you almost done. Wait.
Anyway, I was here because of those fat, lucrative army contracts. Oh, the Neverwinter God has rolled through recently, and they can always use stout boot leather.
Oh, that's true. An army marches, and they'll march
yeah.
right through their shoes.
Some people say that they march on their stomach, which is in fact false. They march on their feet.
Who would march on their stomach? That seems unfeasible.
A worm.
Serpent men.
Yes.
Oh, that's no good.
Why are you even here, little man? You're some sort of businessman. You're not a soldier. You're not.
I've forsaken my land until I've mastered my craft.
Yes.
And what your
Involuntarily.
craft being shoemaking.
And magic. Magic shoemaking.
So, are you making shoes of a magical variety, or using magical methods
Well, you
for
see,
making shoes?
magic actually makes the construction of shoes much simpler and much quicker and
see.
easier. In fact, I can do a whole. Okay. You're just pouring yourself a beer.
Right,
They're pouring beer.
Roll,
Okay.
okay, so I want you to roll a d20, and we'll see how long you go on. This will be in
12.
Okay, so you go on
Should I
for
add my
120
intelligence?
minutes
Oh my god!
about shoes.
Specifically how magic helps in shoemaking.
Exactly. Alright, so after that long lunch/lecture on the finer points of the magical craftsmanship of shoes, also, you roll a d6 to see how many times you have wanted to slit your wrist or his throat.
I'm actually gonna go up to Marcus and go, now you sir look like a man who could use a new pair of shoes.
My shoes are fine.
Well, I mean, I guess they're all right for
3 times.
a
Three
princess.
times.
That's not-
3 separate times.
That's not a
You have taken
non-zero
out
factor.
your sharpest knife. And
I've taken out my side axe and thought, man, I have lay on hands. I could just do it.
I could just knock myself out.
Yeah.
Just kill yourself.
No.
Right.
Straight up die.
I imagine we don't just spend like 2 hours sitting there listening to him talk. It's like maybe 30 minutes in, we start packing everything up, and he's still talking.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
we're like putting
Like,
everything on,
everyone's
and
making the gestures and remarks like, we should get going.
Yeah, just like
and then we start going, and he's still
And
talking.
at some
Yeah.
point, you physically pick him up while he's talking
Put me
and
on
put
my
him
cart.
on the cart.
He doesn't stop at any point.
Yeah.
no. I also want to talk to you guys about shoes and investing.
The stock market portfolio is going through the roof, you guys.
I think I heard the wheel creaking again. I'd better check to make sure it doesn't break again.
I see. That's important.
We'll have
Yes.
to pick this conversation up in just a moment.
Okay.
I'll be.
That's fine.
I'll be back, but don't wait on me. We'll just keep going.
I'm gonna scout off ahead, make sure we don't run into any trouble.
And
So,
Do you have the proper boots for that?
Alright, so what with one thing and another, it is getting on evening time before you actually reach the border of Neverwinter Wood. That promise of rain has indeed failed to materialize. But
Rain again.
Yes, but
no rain again.
But the skies are gloomy indeed as you head into the shadows of the forest.
Now that we're fully in the forest, I'm gonna pull out my hat, wide brim, just huge hat, and my highwayman coat. Throw it on.
What color is your hat?
The hat is black, has a red feather.
Ooh.
The highwayman coat has red stitching,
Sure.
but it's black leather.
Okay, cool.
So it's just
You said highwayman, and I just imagine like a brand embroidery on like the inside of the hood. Just highwayman. It's got like a stripe on it.
Okay, roll a d20 to see how bitchin' you look.
1, 1, 1, 1.
I'm rolling the wrong dice. That's not even mine. 13.
That's pretty good.
Not bad. Like, oh yes, the cultists will definitely not mess with us now.
Yes, red is hard to see in the woods.
Right. So, after about an hour of travel into the wood, you come to a fork in the road.
Oh,
Everyone
shit.
make a perception.
I pick
Wait,
it
hold on.
up.
But I was scouting ahead, so I would get there a little bit before the rest of
Okay,
them.
they're like 30 seconds behind you.
Alright, so in that 30 seconds, I'm going to look for any signs of travel on either road to see which one looks more traveled.
All right.
With a...
Well, let him tell you which one he wants. Because it's either perception or investigate or survive. Or...
We're gonna make it an investigate because actually no, we're gonna make it a survival.
Should be the last one, I think.
Okay, so 18.
18.
Nice.
All right. So what you're seeing are both ways appear to have had very little travel. However, you are planning on getting to this camp, it's not. You're not going through a well-traveled portion of the woods. All right,
That really narrows
but
it
you
down.
do see on the ground a face-down sign.
All right, I'm gonna get to that before they get there, and then lift it up, look at it.
Okay, so you lift up the sign, and the way you're lifting it up, basically everyone kind of behind you can get a look at it. The sign says, the sign says Camp Grimwater, and it has an arrow pointing, like it's like pointing this way. And below that, it says "Beware of," and the part where it says what you're supposed to be aware of appears to have been chewed or bitten off by something.
Teeth.
Now, is this like a Scooby-Doo sketch where the arrow spins, and you have, or a Tom and Jerry sketch where you have no idea?
Well,
which
it
of
was
the
on the
fork
ground
it's
and it was
supposed to
pointing
be?
in a direction. So,
Okay,
effectively,
well,
yes.
basically.
All right, so I pick it up. I'm looking at it. It would be this way, so the arrows are pointing. Which it reads proper.
Yeah,
Right
well,
is camp.
Like
left is
like if you held up the sign,
camp.
is it obvious which way the arrow points?
yes, it is.
Okay.
All right.
The issue is you're not exactly sure where it was staked into the ground.
That's okay
Ah.
because we came from one direction, so we can assume that it had to have been
No, my good man. The
one way or another.
The ambiguity here is that coming from any of the three directions, it's a fork any way you come in.
Right.
It could have been staked at any corner to orientate us in either direction.
Right, but here's the one thing: we didn't pass the camp on the way in.
And there
it
are two
can't-
paths in front of us now.
Exactly. So it has to be going this way and that.
Well, I
that way and
can't
this.
imagine it's going to be back the way we came.
Exactly. Otherwise, we would have ran into the horrible beastie, or we would have ran into camp.
Can I
I prefer to think a little
use
bit more positive.
knowledge
Maybe they're friendly.
to try to
Friendly
use
beastie
my
then.
knowledge
I like the way
of
you
geography and my knowledge of the roads to try to determine which one of these is like the main road and which one of these is a side path.
Sure.
Oh wow! I don't
You
go
got
into,
yourself up so
yeah.
far for that.
Now,
I don't-
before you strain your eyes too much, the old fellow
9.
did say
9.
neither of the roads were very traveled by.
Yeah, well,
All right, so I'm
I
gonna
don't
do the
really
obvious
spend time in
thing,
forests.
and about 5 feet deep, about where that sign should be. I'm gonna go to roughly a good sighting point from a back of a carriage, and just kind of look around for a hole or a ripped up stake or something.
All right. Let's make that an investigate.
What?
Investigation.
Joke's on you. There's like 30 gophers living right here.
15.
15. So you think you find a hole, just basically right where you would expect it to be, like right between the two forks.
Right.
So you see a little divot, and you're like, that looks like a hole.
All right, I'll try to put it in.
Okay, so you put it in, and the arrow is pointing to the right.
Right in. Right we go. Unless you got something to say, Mr. Businessman.
Nope. That is what I employ professionals for, to get me from point A to point B.
Right.
All right. So you walk down the path deeper into the Neverwinter Wood, and as you're going,
But before we pass through the fork, I have this whole spiel about, it really, the sign could have been pointing almost anywhere. And then it's just like, yep, to the right. And we're going to keep walking in, and I'm going to walk in, and I'm going to glance up at the sign, and I'm going to say, well, I suppose sometimes a stump is just a stump.
so as you're walking, night has descended, and you all notice that there seems to be an out-of-season fog sort of happening in the woods around you.
All right, somebody give me some light.
Does any of us have any light?
We should try to stay close together.
I'm staying I'm
I have
keeping
a
them in
torch.
my
Whoa.
vision, but I'm scouting ahead.
Okay, so you're scouting ahead.
Keep the torch in
Should I
view, my
turn on our low beams? Like,
I'm going to light a torch. I have an explorer's pack.
All right.
I didn't write down exactly what was in it.
it has
me neither.
torches.
It has torches. I'm going to light a torch.
I will as well, since I also have one.
I'm not.
Does Mr. Redmond's cart have like a lantern or something on it?
Yeah, it does. He's lit his lantern.
Fantastic.
Smart man.
He's lit as
I'm gonna draw my rapier though.
All right, you draw your rapier.
My maul has been out the entire time, resting on my shoulder. One hand resting.
All right.
Hit him
So
with the stick.
everyone roll a perception check.
Be careful who you point those at.
God damn.
It can be easy to surprise people in the fog, and we don't want to be too hasty. Was perception?
Yes.
12.
All right.
14.
22.
What do you add? Yeah, not 20. So what do I add?
So it would you will
Is
be
it a 5, a 10?
A billion.
Okay. I'm just gonna say that
We're level 1. You probably...
you got a
You probably
14
do.
or 12.
I got a 12. Oh, I got a 14. He got
I
a
just
12.
want to know
All right.
for...
So you two.
Normal convention is that you treat it as like half again, so it's like plus. It's a 30 essentially.
Okay.
All right. So you two heard essentially what sounds like the baying of a large dog, or possibly a wolf of some kind, somewhere off in the fog in front
The
of
frogs.
you. The frogs. Yes.
Because
the
it has
frog
that
wolves.
deep...
That wolf
Yeah,
gave
it's
double?
froggy.
Yeah, it's got sort of that deep sound.
Okay, so either a wolf or bigger. Got it.
I will say, Redmond. Is this forest
Yes.
known for its wargs or its wolves? Anything like that?
The Neverwinter Wood is known for a lot of things, wolves and wargs among them.
Well, hold fast. We've got some sort of canine situation about us.
Right.
We should act cautiously.
I believe that's the right move. Maybe if we hold fast, the beast will simply pass us by.
All right.
Oh no, we should move while they're not here.
I'm going to pull out my bird cage in the shadows.
Right.
And I'm going to open it up to see what bird comes to me this time.
I don't think the birds.
No. I see what he's doing.
The birds do not appear to be coming today.
I'm going to sneak back to the party.
I don't.
All right,
I,
so now
it's-
because you succeeded so much and you were
fucking
closer
ecological
to the cart,
dipstick.
you
that's
notice
very
that
clever.
you notice that the mare pulling the cart appears to be close to panic.
how's Henry going?
As I get out of the
Henry
shadow.
also appears to be extremely nervous.
I'm just gonna take the switch to Henry.
Jesus Christ.
It's like I come out of the
Roll a
shadow.
handle animal.
They're animal handling.
Is Redmond trying to do something about
Yeah,
his...
he's
about
trying to
his
calm it.
Oh yeah, a lovely 6.
Henry panics and bolts off into the woods.
I'm still attached to
He's
us.
with him.
Oh no, Henry!
In the first session.
No, I'm gone.
Okay.
So
We lost the
All right, by all
Okay,
means.
Hang on. Which way does he run?
he basically runs kind of off to the left.
Oh, it's like, don't run forward, don't run forward, don't run forward.
He does not run forward. However,
So just veers off.
However, Henry panicking has created a lot of noise and spooked the mare. And Redmond got a nat 1 on his handle animal check.
Oh, god damn it.
Misfortune
So
arrives in
he
droves,
has
it seems.
so he has bolted forward. Were you two standing right in front of him? Like who was
Not right
standing
in
where?
front. I would be like up and to the right, but not directly in front of the damn horse.
Okay.
All right. Well, if the horse swerves in
The
my
hearse.
direction...
I think a hearse is the correct term.
Probably
It might be a hearse
Okay,
before
well,
the session's
where
over.
are you standing?
Well, see. All right. Road. I was on this side of the road going up, so I'm still on this side coming back, but depends on the road, because if the road is just wagon tracks, then I'm closer to in the way than if it's, a well-traveled, but...
Right. Now,
Not being used
you
often.
would have been out of the way.
All right, so, yeah, I'm
Okay.
off to the
So
side.
so his cart goes careening past you.
All right, when it goes, I'm going to reflex to kind of jump into it, because it couldn't have been going too fast. Like,
Okay.
pull myself in.
Okay.
I don't want him to get lost. Or rather, I want to be wherever he goes.
Roll me and
And in the spirit of jumping directly into danger, I'm gonna try to get in front of the horse to kind of like calm it down, like whoa, like.
Yeah,
I'm gonna back Brother Jeffrey up, and if it tries to run him over, I'm gonna pull him out of the way.
12.
12.
12.
But I don't know what I'm rolling, because
Okay.
you said roll up.
Yeah, you were going to be rolling in acrobatics.
All right.
Oh,
Ooh! Ah, that's awesome.
What is it?
18.
Oh, no.
18. All right, so you manage to get onto the back of the cart.
Okay.
Wow. Nice.
So you see him jump onto it. The horse was not responsive to your 12.
So he probably just careens around me.
All right, now as for Schumann,
Yes.
I want you to roll me. Let's see. So as you go off into the ever thickening fog,
I don't remember.
Whoa,
if
Henry,
Strahd had
whoa!
PPKs in the opening act, but you know what? This could open into.
I think this is great. The dice have done exactly what a fun thing. We've done a very fun thing here.
Try not to die.
Try not to die.
I'm going to look over at Marcus and say, well, my good chap, it's time to make a decision.
Employment or shoe cobbling?
My word is my bond, and I have to run and to go after Redmond.
Yeah.
I go, don't worry! I'll get you under control!
He told me not to worry. I'm gonna go back to Redmond.
He does this all the time!
We have a very complex relationship!
You have a love-hate relationship.
Henry, you son of a bitch, you're making me look bad!
Make a handle animal
Booga,
check.
booga, booga.
Yeah, I was gonna say mule.
A 15 this time.
That's
Alright.
above 10.
So, with a 15, you have managed to calm
To
Henry.
whip him into calm.
Complacency.
You have broken his will.
As is his place.
Yes, I do agree.
You have...
The sable beast will get me there.
You have, however, lost your party. You do not know where they are in the fog.
Oh.
The line was, this able beast will get me somewhere.
That is the text. Go ahead. Keep going.
All right. So,
the after getting into the cart, my process is as follows: get him out of the driver's seat and pull those reins until either the horse's neck snaps or it stops moving in a forward direction.
okay. So you kind of dash up there,
Yeah.
and you get to the front seat, and you shove him out of the way. Make me a strength check.
No, I'm pulling him into the back.
Okay, make a strength check.
That's every position.
19.
Just
plus-
killing it.
Are you fucking...
Okay, so you drag him into the back, and he goes back. You hear a clattering of like barrels and boxes.
Oh, shit!
As he goes back, and you get right to the reins, and you're looking forward, and what you see is that Penelope, which is the horse, is about to go over a really wicked dip. So
it's gonna
make
be
me
a sick
handle.
jump.
Yeah.
Okay, so make a handle animal.
I'm glad I'm here for it.
It's gonna be a sick jump, dude.
Alright.
Woo!
Now this is that
You
moment.
can see it in like the shaking light of the bullseye lantern as it illuminates the path forward.
This is that moment where the dice is going to say, haha.
That's still good. That's
Hang on,
still
though.
good.
That might be a fail. That might not work.
What's that? What's your modifier?
+2, so 17.
That's really good.
17. That's really good. However, it is not quite good enough.
I told you, it's that moment where
Okay.
it goes, bye-bye.
Okay, so you
I
hit
just
the
snap
dip
horses?
way too hard. There is a cracking and a crunching sound that you two hear. So make me an acrobatics check as you go flying.
Oh, wait.
I'm probably so far behind this cart, man. I just
Yeah,
ran
I
off down the
think
road
me
at
and
it.
Brother Jeffrey are trying to catch up.
Yeah.
You're both large men, so...
11.
11. All right, so
I still
you.
have my feet.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you.
nice.
So what you do is you do one of those like roll knee things, and it would look cool, but you have a little too much momentum behind you for it to look completely cool. So you roll and you keep going for like 25 more feet than you actually want to.
Wow.
And you smack into a tree. So
What smacks it in the tree? The cart or the horse?
no,
Him.
he
Oh,
did. 'Cause
him.
He was thrown clear essentially.
Ouch. Watch out for that.
Horse picked up speed. Horse picked
Alright,
up
so
speed.
we've hit Courage the Cowardly Dog. We've hit Tarzan. And what do you think we're gonna
That's
get
George
now?
of the Jungle.
Oh, George of the Jungle, my bad. That's like the Tarzan.
What you most believe in.
That's like the modern Tarzan.
Shut the hell up.
All right, so you're stunned briefly as you hit the tree, and as your vision clears, it clears to see just a shit ton of fog around you, and it is weirdly quiet.
It doesn't clear at all,
This
apparently.
seems to have kind of this fog seems to have a weirdly muting effect. Meanwhile, over with Schumann, I want you to make me a. Let's see if I
This
can.
is
Hello?
You and me, we can survive this. We'll be fine.
Is anyone there? I guess I'll just turn it around. Do like a
Make me a
30-point
survival.
turn.
30-point turn. God, I've been there.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Nat 20.
There's this huge like divots
Divot,
and
right.
wheel marks that just goes right back to where I was.
I is
Exactly.
there.
That's the path I took.
All right.
I know
so,
how I got here.
So you see the divots, and they are going deeper into the fog, which is pea soup thick.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. And as you go, make me a Constitution check.
Nat 20.
Wow!
Nat 20. All right. So you can feel a weird creeping fatigue, but you're like, no, I can do this. I must go forward. All right. You two are together.
We're basically just sprinting into the.
Yeah, you're just sprinting into the forest. And as you go, both of you make a perception.
This is where it's gonna go all bad.
15.
Holy shit, I'm nailing it, man. That is 20, perception. 22.
Is it just me, or is this fog getting worse?
All
We
right.
better get somewhere safe.
So what you hear is Redmond up in the fog. Hello, anyone?
We're coming, Redmond!
All right. Now, as for you, Pin, make a survival to try and find your way in this fog.
Oh, I'm following the light.
The cart was demolished.
Yeah, the cart was demolished. The light has basically been
Gone out.
Gone out.
Or the
other light?
Blocked.
or the fog is so thick you can't see it.
Yeah, so gotta like navigate using the ground.
This really is like a Scooby Doo. I did Scooby Doo too. A Scooby Doo the sketch where he cuts the
He cuts a donut out of the
of
fog.
it and then he bites into it. Like that's
17.
how thick this is.
17. All right, so you're kind of looking at the ground, and you manage to basically find the road again.
Good.
Okay, I'm gonna look for the deep ruts and kicked up dirt.
Right.
And
You
follow that.
actually do find some ruts and some dirt. So you think that by following this road, it should take you to the camp.
All right. I don't want to follow the road to the camp. I want to follow the road to my employer. So I'm going to look for the signs of where the horse kicked up dirt,
All right.
and then follow the hoof tracks.
All right. So as you're looking, make me a Constitution check.
Don't you just have to look backwards?
It depends on which road.
He doesn't
said
know
I
which
found.
way he's oriented.
Yeah,
he was stunned.
He was thrown, hit a tree.
Oh, okay.
Not 20.
Man.
Jesus Christ!
This
These
is
are
This is a hot
be-
table. This is a
Yeah.
hot table.
completely
All right.
honest.
High
These are,
roller!
All right.
these are
so,
really happening.
All right. So you managed to find what looks like some kicked up dirt, and you think you find the remains of the wagon. The horse does not appear to be there.
All right. Do I see the? What race was he?
He was human.
He's human.
No horsing
Okay.
around, guys.
Do I see the human?
No, you don't.
All right. Do I see any other tracks?
Boot
or
make,
otherwise.
Make me a survival.
That's better. That's why 8.
8. You see there are actually a surprisingly large number of tracks here. They seem to be padded, like something with like pads and toes and that sort of thing.
Okay.
So feet.
Canine.
Yeah. So
Or some sort of
some type of canine.
All right.
Probably.
I draw my daggers, and I'm gonna proceed into the following those paw prints.
Okay.
Size
So
So we're being shadowed and we don't even realize it.
reasonably big.
like 4 inches, 6 inches, or 7.
We're
Talking Chihuahua or are we talking
we're gonna make-
Newfoundland?
All right, we're gonna make these a handsome 8.
8
It's
inches.
8.
Oh, okay. So dire. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All you guys are gonna hear is one thing. Wolves! It's just a loud yell.
I like.
Right.
We'll probably smell them before
You
we see
two make me a perception.
I like to believe that my cart has a bunch of metal things that tinkle
them.
and clang everywhere
clang
I
and
go.
clamoring
There's
around.
another 22.
So I'm like attracting all
Another
these
22.
wolves.
I'm blinded by the light.
Revved up
and,
like a deuce. Like a never in a line.
I got a 9.
A 9. All right. So you, from what sounds like really far away,
Yes.
hear what sounds a little like Pin saying wolves.
Can I discern the direction?
Sure, make me a survival.
Oh god.
2 years 6.
I grew up in the...
Wolves.
You don't know what direction he's facing.
The fog is oppressive and it muddles the senses.
12.
12. You're not sure.
Damn it.
It just kind of comes from
Oh,
around
and
you.
you said will save earlier.
No,
con-
fortitude.
fortitude.
Con.
Fortitude.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, so it's a con check.
con check. So it was 18.
18.
Yeah.
So,
I had rolled that check and then rolled something else right after, and I forgot to tell you the number.
all right. So, as you're sort of walking, this sense of heavy exhaustion falls onto you.
Does it take hold or does it let me go?
Let's see. It takes hold.
Oh, wow.
So you have the first level of exhaustion. That's Appendix A of the Player's Handbook.
And now you go from this book to that book to this book to that book. We're playing Fantasy Flight games now.
And this section of the game is totally unplayable without a specific article from a Dragon magazine,
There's a certain
which is
class.
exclusive to Wizards of the Coast's Patreon of the 3rd and 5th tiers.
I do like how you're doing this in character voice.
Brother Jeffrey. Like King of
Brother
Steel.
Joffrey.
If you subscribe to the 4th tier, you will get magical light.
Don't worry, you can't be blinded by the light.
Make sure to subscribe and click the little button, the little bell.
Make sure you smash that motherfucking like button.
And then subscribe.
Okay,
Like
so
and subscribe.
you have disadvantage on all ability checks.
Like, comment, and subscribe for more.
All right, speaking of, you two, both make me a Constitution check.
Good.
You're vomiting everywhere. Or you fall flat and sleep.
Well,
10.
everybody's right there with me.
Okay,
I'm not.
well, so...
Nighty night.
Okay.
Sleepy time.
Okay, so so this weird sense, almost as if the fog itself is sapping some vital essence from your being. This blanket of exhaustion falls on you. Now it's your turn.
All right.
So as you're driving the cart, Constitution.
Oh. With every turn I gotta do it?
Yeah.
But I only succeeded once because I rolled insane.
In the membrane.
Oh, well, I didn't go that time. That's gonna be a 12.
It's going to be a 12. All right, you now have the first level of exhaustion.
I would like... never mind.
All right.
To use on scene
For my nat 1, do I just go straight to level 3?
No, we're just gonna put you at level 1. All right, so
Okay.
you two are sort of marching through the fog
At a much slower pace than
at a much
before.
slower pace, and you hear. Actually, roll me another perception disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty bad. Let's see if we can get worse.
12.
Oh! How dare you! The
Wasted
first
your-
natural 20. That's a 6.
That's a 6.
I got a
All right,
12.
all right, so you hear what sounds
Eight,
like from
actually.
in front of you, Redmond scream.
Ah!
Like, ah!
Oh god, they're eating me!
Brother, we're fired, aren't we?
We have to pick up the pace, my good man. So I count up
Yeah,
the horse
I'm-
just running.
I'm trying to use
Using
my
the balls
arm,
as
like-
a
yeah.
walking
All right,
stick.
so you guys go forward into the fog, and what you see is Redmond's mangled corpse.
Oh.
Looks like something with big teeth got him.
Hello?
He's a pretty big mess.
Gonna give away their position.
Is anyone
Alright,
there?
I'm gonna take my torch and I'm gonna very not effectively. I'm gonna try to chuck it away from me so that I'm not just
Yeah.
holding a spotlight.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm right here!
I'll try to do it in the same direction that he's doing it.
So I'm just gonna try to throw it in the
And you'll be in the
direction of the
dark.
cart.
Yeah,
Alright.
then we won't be, spotlights.
Yeah, but they can see pretty well in the dark.
We don't know that?
Well, I mean, animals see fairly well in the dark
I'm
compared
a
to
bug-
No,
humans.
Pumpkin.
but they might not see very well in the fog.
Oh, that's true.
So I'm gonna
But
throw my
darky
torch.
and foggy is not going to help you.
But these are dark fog wolves.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm gonna throw my
Dark Fog Wolf. That sounds like a really great antagonist for
It's
something.
a Dark Souls boss.
Got it.
dark fog wolf.
The Dark Fog Wolf.
So
Just did
I'm just
now.
gonna get rid of my
Yeah.
torch. I'm just gonna chuck it.
All right. All right. Now back to Pin. So you have found the cart. You have found tracks. What are you going to try and do?
I already told you. I'm following the tracks.
All right. You're following the tracks. Roll me a survival.
I already did that.
Well, you're continuing. Remember, there's fog and there are all kinds of changing conditions.
Okay.
Which
what
necessitates
changed?
additional rolls.
The fog has
sleeping.
gotten thicker and you're tired.
Oh, Jesus.
Disadvantage.
I can't get worse than that.
Oh,
so.
yes,
Yeah,
you
you
can.
Yes, you can! Alright!
You mustn't count your dice before you've rolled them, my good
All right.
man.
So what'd you get?
3.
Yeah,
3.
nat one.
All right. So you have
Wait. This was survival, right?
It doesn't matter. It's a nat one.
all right. So you have
Whatever I was
lost.
doing, I didn't do
You
it.
have lost the tracks. And now everyone make me a Constitution check.
Nat 20 again.
Nat 20! Oh, yeah! We're waking up! I wouldn't count on it.
Drinking some caffeine.
Did I mention you're at disadvantage?
No, you stupid. You're mean.
Me too?
Yeah, everyone.
We're
You're
all
all at
disadvantaged for
disadvantage.
first level of
Aw,
exhaustion.
5.
That's not as good. We'll go with a hot 11.
All right. You all have the second level of exhaustion.
I might take Henry. I might take a nap. Find the others.
So basically, I just need to not roll natural 20s because they seem to not count every time I roll them.
What was that joke? An Amish DUI? I'm drunk, but the horse knows the way home.
Horse has a driver's license.
Alrighty.
Horse
So
license.
your speech is your speed is halved.
Oh, your speech.
Oh,
yeah.
I can't speak well.
Yeah.
All right. So you two, the brother and the paladin,
Yes.
make a survival to try and find your way through the blinding, fog.
That's really good. Roll again.
There's a disadvantage?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Everything's at disadvantage until we get out of the fog.
I guess.
Yep.
All right. 8. You guys continue to stumble blindly, and are you looking for the tracks, or are you trying to find your way?
I'm still calling out with my clanging going on. By the way.
Alright, so we're in the fog.
Dinner time.
Ding ding ding. Hello.
Come get it.
Yes. Shooting fireballs.
Burn down the forest.
Until I can clear this fog.
It would burn up the fog a little bit, maybe.
There goes a landmark.
I'm
Well,
gonna
it
start
depends.
playing my loot
Is
as
this
I
like an
walk.
interest force?
Okay. You bust out your loot.
Yep.
We're gonna make that a. Is perform?
Yes, it is.
Official skill.
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
actually a thing.
It's performance.
Make me a perform at disadvantage.
At disadvantage!
But I have advantage.
Why?
Does it just cancel out and he only rolls once?
Yeah. Well, it would.
Or does he-
That's 10. That's
All
how
right.
that tends
Or
to
does
work.
he roll 3
why do
times
you
and only
have
take the one in the middle?
But, I just realized.
Taking a meeting.
No, I didn't give it to my loot. I gave it to my other thing. So
Well, no. You mean your double?
You mean your dick? What are
Your
you talking about?
double
Your other thing?
proficiency?
yes,
That doesn't give you advantage. That just adds your proficiency bonus twice.
I thought it said it also gives advantage. to
I don't
that.
believe so.
That sounds like something we
Okay.
can settle in the middle of the game with the player's handbook.
Nice.
All right, so
Well, that's still pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Performance.
Yeah, perform
okay,
at disadvantage.
right.
So you need to roll again.
No, he did.
Yeah, never mind. I'm the one who's not paying attention. I'm sorry.
So
No, it's low numbers.
right, I have to take the low one.
Uh-huh.
So give me a second.
He's
16.
He's on the second
16.
level of exhaustion.
All right,
Give him
so-
a break, right?
All right. So you do fairly good. You're like, I know how to handle this. Sing a happy song. That's what my mom did.
I'm not tired. No, I'm not. Yeah.
He just starts playing the fucking King of the Hill theme.
All right. So you are slowly walking through the fog. All right. You
The song
Yes.
always cheers me
survival.
up.
Find your way.
18
Bells out
or
of nowhere.
9. I think the wonderful 10.
All
is
right.
the one I'm going.
All right. So you have gotten pretty thoroughly turned around. You're
Middle
sure.
of the road.
Just go to the middle of the road. All right. So now you three make me a perception.
Wait, who 3?
You.
Okay.
Those 3 or us 3?
No.
Have we
You-
found
you-
Elibdiah? Oh.
11.
Well, I rolled nat 1, so I'm not even going to try and roll
10.
disadvantage
10.
because it doesn't matter. Nat 1.
Okay. So you don't matter, but you two actually managed to hear some pleasant lute music coming from nearby.
Can we try to head in that direction?
That's survival.
You can.
That's probably survival.
God,
But,
this thing is actually pretty.
But all of you, another Constitution.
Fuck my life. Oh,
19.
I can't. Wait, yes, I can.
Or a
16
5,
and then
isn't it?
17.
You gotta do
Oh,
Oh, I
So
thought it
19
didn't
is
matter.
my lowest roll.
No,
It doesn't,
for the
but
Constitution
I'm
you
also-
need.
Constitution.
8.
Okay, that's pretty terrible. That's another natural 20 that I can't use. That's a 5.
I have to apologize, my good man. I find myself in a significant amount of distress. I'm just going to stop for a moment and attempt to restore my humus. And I'm going to whine.
I wanted you to stop in the middle of that sentence, just fall asleep.
Brother, I think that's a pretty good idea, and I'm just gonna take a breather real quick.
Hello? I'm very sleepy. Henry!
Just like hands
Go
on
to the
knees.
lute music.
We'll investigate the lute music in a moment.
Henry, no! The other left!
Alright, you have all attained the 3rd level of exhaustion, disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws.
Henry!
I've been rolling my saving throws at disadvantage up to this point.
Oh, well, whoops.
These been
no,
ability
that's-
checks.
Oh,
Or have
well,
they been
in that
saving
case,
throws?
did 20 make it?
Well, no,
Actually-
it's too late for that.
Let's not worry about it.
Well, no, I just need to know if 20 would have made it.
20 would have made it.
Because that last save I would have made because I rolled
Alright.
a 17 the first
Well,
time.
yeah, but we...
So anyway,
Oh, well.
we'll go to Pin because Pin, you have basically walked out of the woods and onto a road. The fog seems to be much clearer on the road, and you feel a little bit of your vital essence returning.
Alright, then I'm going to kick it up a notch. Like some Beastie Boys or something. Right now,
Please
I'm
don't
feeling
go.
good.
All right, roll
Walks
me,
in the forest,
right.
rocking the hood.
roll me that sweet perform check.
Ooh, I love that perform check. It's a 14.
At disadvantage.
Yeah, because you're still exhausted.
Shit.
Well,
Now it's under your chair,
How do you
Sean.
do this every time? Like, it's really just astounding.
Where are all these dice? Oh.
There we go. 14.
14. All right, so you're doing good. You're done doing good with this performance. You're trying to put all your life into this,
I am.
even
because
as your
hopefully-
life is draining.
Hopefully, something important
All right.
and useful will find
So-
me before I die.
Okay, so for those of you that heard the music, why don't you make me a not a
So
wisdom.
us two?
Yeah. And you're following, I'm assuming.
What are we saving for? Or
You're not saving. You're rolling a survival to find
Survival.
your way to the music.
disadvantage?
Oh, you two rolled the same thing at the first time.
4.
3.
All right. Okay. So as you're playing, what you see
He's trying,
is you
man.
see a cart and 2 guys just sort of stumble out onto the road.
Alright, it worked! Puts loot in bag.
Good job, Henry!
Go over
You're
to
good!
I go to the mule and go, where's our benevolent benefactor?
I have some bad news for you.
He's
Fuck.
a donkey, not a mule.
I think I'm going to have
Mules
myself
are all
a little
women.
nap. The only thing to do after a nice toast, really.
I'm gonna light a fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay up with Pin so we
I'm
don't
trying
die.
my hardest to light this fire and just stay awake. It's like
Okay, so you are you like lighting a torch or what are you doing?
I
You're
am.
just grabbing
I
some
would imagine
sticks.
like a campfire.
I'm just making a small campfire.
All right, so you find the driest wood you find is still fairly damp.
Damn it.
I
That's a-
use prestidigitation to dry it out.
There we go.
All
and
right.
light that fire.
So I'm going to give you advantage on this roll to light that fire.
Yeah, I like that idea. Okay.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yep.
Not as good.
16. I'll take that.
Yeah.
And this is for survival.
Yeah.
All right. 18 it is. That
18.
fire is lit.
All right, so you get that fire going. You're like, nope, I ain't dealing with this. No fog. Nope. So
I'm
the
done
fire,
with the fog.
the fire gets going, and in the flickering firelight, you actually see that you are quite near a road sign.
Fuck this road sign. I'm out. And then I'm gonna grab it to use as firewood, but read it.
Okay, so
Okay, thank you.
the road
This
sign
fire
is
before you finish
is
the room.
embedded into the ground.
Oh, good. Then I can't
Oh.
grab it. I'm gonna
Right,
I'm gonna
solidly
crawl
there.
over to it and just kind of bring one of the lit logs. Just kind of.
Try to
You have dark vision.
I know, but dark vision
Fog.
doesn't let you see because of the fog.
The fog is cleared enough that you would be able to
Yeah.
see.
Oh,
it.
Oh, in
the
that
road's
case,
clear, yeah.
what am I seeing?
All right. This says the Svaljich Road.
It's foliage.
I've never heard of it, but I'll try a roll anyway.
What roll are we making?
How about a 12?
12. You don't know nothing about no Svalich Road.
Never heard of it. Must be a run-down little hole in the wall.
Foliage Road, is it a main road between anything?
Can I have that eraser?
Possibly.
Between nowhere and Emptyville.
18 history.
18 history. So the name sounds like...
There's a tavern in Emptyville that has a lovely mulberry wine.
I was going to say my family.
So the name is evocative of some of the human kingdoms up near where the Many Arrows orcs sort of have some of their lands, but it would be weird, like maybe someone in Neverwinter was like from that region, so that's why they named the road that. It's a little bit weird.
Right. I think we're in orc territory. I don't see how that's possible.
Orcs set up signs like this?
No, sir, we're in the Neverwinter Woods.
What language is the sign written in? Common, I assume?
Common.
Okay. Is it
Neverwinter
written poorly or nicely?
Well, it seems to be someone like went to the trouble of engraving it into the sign.
Courtesy.
It's not like it's just like drawn on there with like
blood.
Yeah, no, there was no blood
Feces.
involved. This is carved. So
Carved wood?
yeah, it's
Drawn
got
on
that.
there
It's
with
got that
colors.
nifty illustrated letterish look to it.
That, like,
Alright, so it
heavy
doesn't look
gothic
elven though?
print.
It definitely,
No,
at
not
that
elven.
point, it's human.
Yeah, it's clearly human.
Alright.
It's like some woodcrafty human nonsense.
I think it's time for bed.
Well, we're fired. Let's think of something to do in the morning. Until
Right.
then, you and I take watch.
Definitely double teaming this watch thing. This
I'm
fog
definitely
is-
not going first.
Yeah, you're sleeping.
Henry
Yep,
can
that's
do
true.
my watch.
This fog
I
is-
lied. I'll get up.
Alright, Ian, y'all sleep and we'll keep watch.
All right. So,
Oh wait. No, never mind.
right. So as you sleep,
I'm gonna deal a point of non-lethal to myself just to hopefully get rid of some of this.
okay, make an attack roll on
Exhaustion.
yourself.
It's what?
Roll.
You fucking
19. I almost crit myself. Thank you.
You punch yourself in the face. Roll a d4.
Well, if he's punching, he only deals one, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if you're punching, just deal 1 point.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
19. That's a hefty hit.
Yeah. I was like,
I'm kicking my ass.
do you mind?
That's basically.
All right. So as you all go to sleep, you all have different dreams, but they're all fairly universally unpleasant.
I bet
You
yours
have
is
dreams
worse.
of you have dreams of being hunted through swamps, through forests by dark and terrible things.
No.
You see Peepus standing there laughing, holding a bejeweled goblet.
Bejeweled. Can it be a shoe?
Yeah, bejeweled shoe.
Yeah.
I have perfected it.
No. Henry.
Call out your mule to help you.
Help me, baby Jesus! Help me, Tom Cruise!
All right, so the night passes, and there's sort of a gray dawn. The skies and the fog is still very heavy around you. You think it's morning though. It's a little bit lighter at least.
And the sunlight's out.
Yes.
So
that
it's
helps.
gray instead of black.
Yes, it's gray
Yes.
instead of black.
Good.
I thought it was time for a change of scenery.
I did not sleep well.
I'll slap Brother Jeffrey awake across the face a couple times. Come on, get up. I'm gonna get going.
Where's Redmond?
He's dead,
Did
remember?
He's now Deadmond.
Aha! That's funny.
He was,
That's funny, but also depressing.
That was Henry, by the way.
he's dog food, remember?
He's something food.
Whatever.
He's food. Speaking of food, I'm hungry. Why don't we do breakfast?
Let's do breakfast on the road so we don't get hunted down.
All right, I would like to. Can I take an hour?
Make it quick.
I would like to use ritual casting to cast Unseen Servant so that he can guide
Good for
Henry
you. Oh.
while I sit in the back and eat crackers and stuff.
All right.
White people food is no
So
people
okay,
food.
so you do that, and something interesting happens.
Uh-oh.
Your unseen servant, which usually manifests as invisible force, it manifests as the skeleton of a child, which sits like right next to you.
Whoa,
Sort of
whoa,
doesn't have a
whoa!
lower jaw, sort of blue, and fiery.
No, you're supposed to be invisible.
What the hell is this?
I don't know.
So it turns slowly to look at you.
I'm not your what?
You got some explaining to do.
I turned to you. I'm like, kill it.
I lift them all.
During this commotion, I'm gonna go back into the forest.
There's a bunch of fog in there.
You just like nope it out. Like
I'm gonna try to brave it for a second.
All right.
I'm looking for Redmond's corpse.
All right.
He was on the road, I thought.
So are we.
He was in the forest. All right. So you go in there.
I'm gonna try
Let's
a
start-
second to.
Let's start with your. Let's start with your con.
8. Not fantastic.
Add your.
8.
anything
It's
for that?
11.
Okay. All right. So the exhaustion sort of returns as you can feel your vital essence going, and make me a survival.
18.
18. All right. So you think you find the spot where you find the cluster of tracks, and you do find some blood splashed plants, but you don't find his body.
Meanwhile, I'm like batting at it, and you're
So
hitting him in the
you
head.
do, however,
winding up the
find a leather bag which seems to have a big illustrated R on it.
Radcliffe.
I'm gonna pick it up and
Daniel.
and I'm gonna.
Rustabel.
I'm gonna take an empty pouch, and I'm gonna scrape up a little bit of bloody dirt and put it into the pouch.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, "No luck for you, my friend. Better luck in the next life." And I'm gonna take the pouch. I'm gonna take the bag, and I'm gonna try to make my way back out after making a perception check to make sure he's not in
Make
like
a
a bush
perception
somewhere.
check at disadvantage.
That's the 12 with 3 with the 2, 14.
All right. So you're pretty
Just a
sure
quick
you
scan around.
you don't find anything.
And then I'm gonna head back.
All right. So you stagger back through the
I'm gonna
strangely
put,
closely
I'm gonna
growing
put
trees.
both the pouch and the leather bag with the R on it. I'm gonna put it inside of my pack.
Okay. All right. So you stow both of those items, and you see these two are having an argument about what appears to be an eerie ghost skeleton child.
No, there's no argument. I'm telling him to kill it. And he's hitting it.
I'm about to wind. I'm winding up to slam down. Should I make an attack?
No,
roll?
no, and then I go, wait. Now do a sideways swing. Don't break my card.
I'm not, and I'm not doing the sideways swing.
Oh,
I'm
no,
going
it's like-
vertical. That's pretty good.
No, the best part
It has
about
an
this
AC of
is
10. So
I hit him.
has been sitting there eating this piece of jerky as the undead
Right,
kid
he dissipates
spawned,
then.
and he swings through him into the cart, and I'm sitting there going,
Just trying to like.
I deal 17 points of damage
You
to that
kill
bad
him
boy.
16 times over, and he dissipates
Actually, no, that would
as
be
the spell ends.
that would be 13 actually, but he's dead.
now,
He's
here's the
quite
question.
thoroughly dead.
You did how much damage?
It's 2d6 plus 4.
2d6 plus 4. Okay, so that much force.
It's a physical thing. The unseen servant is a physical thing, so it would
It
take
does
the
not
hit
travel
and die.
through?
I don't think it should.
Because I'm pretty sure if it gets attacked, it immediately dissipates.
No,
Can
it doesn't. It
I-
has an AC of 10
can I-
and 1 hit point.
Retcon and say that I said something else in the forest.
Sure.
I'm gonna swear an oath to lay his corpse to rest and to kill the creature that killed him.
All right.
Ooh, ballsy.
Let me write those oaths down.
Yeah, those are important.
Reminds me of my boy Lucian.
Both because I failed my oath to protect him, so I will modify the verbiage of that oath.
So, you're saying I'm out of a job again. It's like I get back to YouTube when you show up and after you smashed a ghost child.
Well, great, that was a fucking hour. That wasn't worth it.
I'm gonna pause and use the restroom.
As I'm eating the jerky, I'm just kind of looking at all of you. So, which one of you wishes to employ me now?
Well, don't talk game until he's back. 'Cause this is our cut period.
Talk a big game.
It was just kind of our.
I know,
No,
so
but Toby should still be here.
because this is going to be
Sean's
cut
point.
out.
Rather, if we want to be able to cut it out, it needs to not have important things in it.
Oh, or at least not have any interesting things.
Sean, could you reach behind you and grab me another water bottle?
I don't think anyone's gonna drink this Coke for you, bud.
Yeah, I guess not. That's fine. More Coke for me.
More Cokey the Cola.
I only like Coke with like bad rums and whiskey. and it has to
Some
be
good
cheap
old
whiskey.
Sailor Jerry's.
Every time I look at Sailor Jerry and North, I was thinking of you, Brian. How much
So,
you dislike
what is the party doing now after that
That's very
unfortunate
public.
business with ghost children?
All right, so I'm looking at everyone, and it's just like, all right, so who wishes to employ me now?
I don't think we have enough money for that.
I think we need each other's services just to get out of this wood.
Maybe.
Yeah, we can make our separate ways if we really feel like it, wherever the hell.
Yeah,
this
let's just
camp
get to
is.
a town or a tamp. A town or a tamp.
I don't speak gnome.
A town or a camp. And then we can just decide to go our separate ways if we so choose.
Right.
Right.
All right.
Oi, you got any more liquor?
You're not going to hear me say this too often, but I don't think now's the time.
So,
It's like,
so you begin your
his
journey.
jaw drops.
I don't know what I was expecting you to say, but it wasn't that.
Exactly.
So you begin traveling down the Svariach Road, and as you're walking, a large shape, almost like a wall, looms out of the fog in front of you. As you draw closer, you see it is a large gate.
Oh, good, because I was about to say, if it was anything else, that dagger that I keep right here is going to be in it. It's not even, I'm not even going to hold it proper. It's,
Just throw it. Yeah.
yep, it's just,
I say this does not look like a hunting camp.
It was Redmond's brother.
The fog
A hunting
spills out
camp
of the
for what? Golems?
The fog spills out of the forest behind you to envelop the road. Ahead, just from the between the impediments of the thick wood on either side, are huge stone buttresses looming, gray in the fog. Huge iron gates hang on the stonework. Dew clings with cold tenacity to the rusted bars. Two headless statues of armed guards flank the gate, their heads lying among the weeds at their feet. They greet you with silence.
Well, I certainly hope so. It'd be pretty bad if they greeted us with something else.
Yes.
I just say in the middle of this, we're all looking at it. It'd be a bad thing if they greeted us with something other than silence.
But as you approach, the gates, which are closed, swing open.
Okay, that's
with a loud
creepy.
creak.
You did that?
No, I did not.
no, it's,
I'm scared to cast magic at the moment, sir.
Okay.
Pin was walking forward. He took like that last step when the gate started to open and stops. And then he hears this part of the conversation of, "You did that? Nope, not me. I'm afraid to do anything with it." And he just kind of looks at that, and he looks over at you.
I'm gonna move forward. I'm gonna take the lead, I guess, and I'm gonna kind of say low under my voice. Keep the weapons close at hand, but stowed away. I'm not comfortable, but I think it'd be rude to refuse an invitation.
Now, this is kind of in-game and kind of out-of-game. Can we circle up? And the cart and me in the middle, and then one of you in the
It's more
front
like
and
a
the other two on the
triangle.
sides?
But I'll take the front. Sure.
Do you want left or right, you two?
It doesn't matter.
Then make a choice.
Fuck you.
That was a good choice.
Left or right?
We're playing Fire Emblem. The party is represented by a single unit.
No.
We're moving forward.
That's not how that game works, but
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
Golden
Alright.
Sun, then.
So
Sure.
you go through the gate,
What?
right? After you get like 20 or 30 paces past the gate, you hear it creak shut.
Oh, wonderful.
With a big
Hang
boom.
on. When we walk through, I'm gonna look up.
Right?
11 on perception.
All right. You're looking at like the front of the gate, or you're looking
No,
at, like, at the
I'm
top?
looking at the bottom of the inside of the gate.
Okay.
I'm looking for siege ports.
All right. You do not see any siege ports or anything like that.
Okay, so it's really big, really sturdy, but it's simple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there anybody up
At
there?
least.
Does not appear to be. This place appears to be quite abandoned.
Okay. Is it a town, or what are we looking
hang
at?
on.
Here?
You have walked through a gate and you see more forest roads.
Is it
on
still
the other
foggy?
side.
What kind
It
of
is,
a...
it is still fairly foggy.
Was it just like a big door?
Yeah, it was a big
Wa-
door.
Was there an obvious mechanism? Or
No, there is no obvious mechanism. It seems like these gates will be open manually.
It seems like an estate house. Or
is there
fencing.
It
I
is
should
an
say.
outer wall.
is there
it
a
seems
frame
like.
for a bar on the inside of the door?
Yeah, there does appear to be a frame for a bar. There is no bar there at the moment.